Welcome to Quirky Queen's Journals. My name's Kirsten. So we had a bad start as I put the front cover on back to front, but that's fine. I'm also building this journal up page by page as I go. So page 1, 1st of July, good vibes. So this is an image transfer of a girl playing a guitar, and I chose the purple pansy and the yellow gel print just because they're happy colours, so overall it does give good vibes. This is a pop of colour, 2nd of July. This is a picture of brightly coloured wool behind the window of an envelope, which I have then splattered paint on top of the acetate window of the envelope, and then I've collaged the envelope with a scene from the theatre, just to continue the good vibes. And then for day 3 is negative space. So to create the negative space is a very rich design that I think also reminds me of the theatre. I chose this couple to be the focal point sitting in the negative space itself because they look like they're at the theatre. This medication for asthma and diarrhea from the very olden days is nothing to do with the theatre, but it did fit in nicely colour-wise with the background paper. Day 4 is tickets and tags, so I made a couple of tags using images from a flower book, and I backed it with end paper from a book as well. And for the tickets I made little flower images, and I added in a little stamp from a washi tape, labels and brown paper tabs, just to give it that kind of ticket feel. So, and on the back as well, it's just little jelly prints. So that is day 4, which you put in Roman numerals. Day 5 is fold out. So this is my fold out. It's a jelly print on tissue paper. This is just out of a washi sticker book. And I just put a bit of a vintage. I continued the roses and just sort of continued the vintage vibe there. So day 6 is layering. So I'm not keen on these 2 pages, to be honest. I feel they're quite messy. But anyway, I've basically layered jelly prints, decorative paper, stickers, washi tape. And here it's framed, and what I've done is I've put down some framed pictures and then put an actual frame around these little girls. Day 8 was brown paper, so I've put down some brown paper. This is a gel print on brown paper, and this is paper that was originally white and that I've made it brown. So day 9 was balance. So this is paper that I had sitting on the desk, and I feel that the composition is very balanced, because although it's quite heavy and the main focal point is round here with the band going across the middle, I feel the division of the white space, because it's so big up here, it balances out this bottom. So I was very happy with that one. 10 is stripped back. So I've just collaged some paper, painted over it with a mixture of black and white paints with some reds, and then drew the number 10 to represent day 10. Day 11 is paper samples. So these are just some cuts, mainly from books. I think this one here is from a printout, but I think everything else is from books. And I just cut them up to make a sort of nice composition. Day 12 was gratitude. So for gratitude, I used this spiral symbol with the 3 dots below, because that is a symbol of gratitude to use in art. And day 13 is details. So again, this is actually part of an image transfer that it was like a sort of statue line and a sort of ornate throne. So it's on top of an envelope, and because the yellow is so transparent, there's a lot of the words haven't been covered up. And for me, we've got details from the image transfer, but we've also kept details from the original envelope, and I think that works well together. This is actually one of my favourite pages. So 14 is torn. So this is an envelope, and this is the back of the envelope. Torn a hole here and torn the entrance of the envelope there. I've also torn this sheet of paper, which is what's peeking through here. Now day 15 is tucked away. So for tucked away, in the back of this envelope is this sheet of paper. So that is tucked away in the envelope, and it's got some lovely inks on it, and that is the back of it. So that tucks inside the envelope behind this. So that was day 15. Day 16 is maximalism. Now what this is this was paper that I was using to pull paint off of a picture I was making. So if, you know, you put down the paint and then you just try and take some of it back off to give a different kind of texture. And then what I did was I used it. I usually put my paints, my acrylic paints out on top of the gel plate, and I use that as my paint palette. And then when I'm done, I put a sheet of paper on top to lift them off, and that's what this is here. So maximalism, because this is basically all the paint colours that I used for my last set of pictures, which are in my last video. And you can see it there. I love this. This is like a cartoon eyeball. So 17 is pause, day 17 is pause. So the back of that paper is quite busy, sorry. And I've just put a sheet of clean brown paper, which is not an easy find in my house because I have paint everywhere. Now 18 is your favourite art supply, and I have went for the gel plate. So I've put on a gel print that I've made recently, kind of an ombre one, and I'm not even sure what I've done in the background. It's just an offcut of it, and I made the number 18 out of this book page. That was a pull from the jelly plate as well. Now page 19 is interactive, so I've used the flap of this envelope to make page 19. So you have to turn it to see the whole page. And then number 20 is a letter to myself, and I have used a lovely envelope. So I was sent a card, a Happy Mail card, and she did this in the envelope it was in, and it's beautiful. And to me, it needs nothing else. And so for day 20, I literally took it off my Happy Mail notice board and put it in the journal. And that's it. I'm not even writing number 20 for this. I'm not even sticking it in. It's only sitting in the journal until July is done, and then it'll go back up. And I will confess, I thought that day 20 was contrast. So that's a wee clue about what I'm doing tomorrow. So that's it. I've fair enjoyed doing this. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks very much for watching. And I hope you're doing Junk Journal July, or if you're not, you're at least, you know, getting to see some of the videos that people are doing. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.